Yo, what's going on at the fight? Well, this your boy Money back with another one, fam. And this one here is on two big dogs and a big dog in the music industry. We have Gary Russell Jr., the former WBC featherweight world champion. Then we have Meek Millie, one of the hottest rappers in the game. And then we have Gervonta Tank Davis, that killer, that gorilla from Baltimore, the three-division world champion. And we all know Tank has the ability to be a future Hall of Famer. Now, we all know Gervonta Tank Davis just had a hell of a event on pay-per-view where he brought everybody out from Philly, from Washington, D.C., from Baltimore, from Virginia, and all around the world, right? During that fight where he stopped Hector Garcia 8 rounds, made that boy quit on the scale, no monster, make his goddamn lights went out when he caught him with a hard punch. In between that, it was a fight that, an argument that broke out between Meek Mills and the Gary Russell brothers, right? We all know Meek was riding for Tank and Boots and things of that nature. And we know the Russell brothers have beef. Well, a little animosity towards Tank and Jerron Boots in it because they all, you know what I'm saying, had a little situation with one another. But what I want is for Tank and Meek Mills to pull up to Gary Russell gym, y'all. I want Tank and Gary Russell Jr. to spar because they not go fight. I'm going to tell y'all this right now. Gary Russell, you know, he's not fit to get a fight with Gervonta Tank Davis. So I want them to spar to squash the beef or get the little animosity out the way so the Russells can stop worrying about Tank and all this shit. You feel me? And you know, get it over with, fam. You know, Gary Russell, you've been holding a grudge for Gervonta Tank Davis for a long time now, bro. You have. You have been holding a grudge towards Gervonta Tank Davis. It's starting to look like jealousy and envy, right? We got to call it how we see it. You was talking shit about Floyd Mayweather and things of that nature. You know, Shouty better stay the fuck away from me and all this shit, right? So the animosity you got towards Tank, either you pull up to Tank gym or Tank come to your gym, bro. Get Meek up in that thing. You feel me? Y'all put some money on the line for the sparring and y'all get it on. Y'all get it on. You and Tank get in that bitch and go head to head, toe for toe, blow for blow. And nobody stop until pow, somebody hit the flow. You understand what I'm saying? Doghouse rules. No timing. Get in that motherfucker and get it in. You dig me? When it come to Meek Millie, come on out there, Meek Millie. Come from Philly. Going over to Baltimore, go back to Washington, D.C. Get into that ring with get into the gym with Gervonta Tank Davis. And Meek Millie, you rich as hell. Put some money on the line. Put some money on the line. Put some money on the line. You feel me? Bet that Gervonta Tank Davis getting Gary Russell ass, right? 50 bands, 100 bands, 150 bands, 200 bands, whatever y'all want to bet, and get it over with. Because like I said, Meek and them was going back and forth and things of that nature to the point where Meek and them had, you know, they left. They escorted themselves out from the situation to make sure everything died down and don't nothing happen because we know how things can go, right? So shouts out to Meek Millie for that. But Meek, pull up with Tank. And matter of fact, I want y'all to go to D.C. Go to D.C. Pull up on Gary Russell and them to show them that y'all some big dogs. Some big dogs. Roof. Some big dogs. Some big dogs. And get in that ring, man, and let Tank and Gary Russell sport that thing out. Let them sport that thing out. Now, we know Russell got Gary Antoine and Gary Antonio as well. You feel me? But Gary Russell Jr. is the big dog over the family. You know, we know they lost their pops. Rest in peace to the big G, man, Gary Russell Sr. You know, he was the head honcho of the clan. And he raised some very smart, intelligent boys. That's some killers, bro. They get down in the ring. Like I say, Gary is the former WBC featherweight world champion. Gary Antoine Russell looked like he will be a world champion at 140. Gary Antonio Russell just took his first L, but he can bounce back and do his thing, and we know the other brother was a fighter as well. And shouts out to my brother Batman, who is also a brother of the Russells, right? Shouts out to my brother Batman. Rest in peace to him as well. He knows all love. And me and Bet, we always went back and forth with Tank and Gary Russell. He know I got Tank knocking Gary Russell Jr. ass out. He know ain't nothing changed with montray-brown. He know I'm going to stay the same. You feel me? But I want them to get into that ring and spar, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls all around the world. Because like I say, Gervonta Tank Davis and Gary Russell Jr. would never happen inside the square circle when we talking about this boxing game. Why? Because Tank is at 135 right now. Gary is still at 126. Gary just lost his title. We don't know if Gary coming back to 26 or is Gary going to 130. Gary once said he would go to 147 to fight Terrence T. Bud Crawford at the welterweight division, knowing his little bitty short self with the little short arms is not fit to go all the way to 147 and be successful against no Terrence Crawford. And nobody is going to tell me different. And man, back we had a little discussion about that as well. You dig me? We had a little discussion about that as well. But since Gary Russell has this little man, you know what I'm saying, complex, what they say, the little man syndrome, to where you little but you think you can beat the whole world. You little and you think you are an 8-foot giant. That's Gary Russell Jr. And I respect that, bro. I respect it. You feel me? But sometimes the jealousy towards Tank, it has to stop, bro. It has to stop. You dig? Like I said in the other videos, Gary seen Gervonta Tank Davis sell out his city. Sell out his city. Bring out the stars. You dig? Brought all the stars out to Washington, D.C. Brought the DMV out to Washington, D.C. And everybody enjoyed themselves, bro. Hell of a card. Put money in the pockets of Washington, D.C. fighters, Philly fighters, Baltimore fighters. Brought out Baltimore rapper like it was on fire. January the 7th. Tank them set the city on fire, bro. You know? And like I say, I don't think the Russells them like that for real, bro. They didn't like seeing Tank, you know, go out there and take over their city. Because it was a Gervonta Tank Davis takeover, baby. A GTD takeover. That's what Tank need to start putting on the shirt. Whenever we go to somebody's city, it's finna be a GTD takeover, baby. That's what we do when we come into the city. That bro brought Atlanta. That boy had a little baby in the building. The boy had a little baby in the building. You feel me? Boy, Lil Baby say, hit hard like Gervonta Tank Davis in one of his songs. So, you know, I want Tank and Gary Russell to get into that ring, spar. Get all the animosity off y'all chest, get the jealousy off, and afterwards, dap it up and go y'all separate ways, bro. Dap it up and go y'all separate ways, bro. Because I feel like Gary owes Gervonta Tank Davis more respect than he be giving him, fam. I really do. I feel like Gary owed Gervonta Tank Davis more respect than he give him. Now, I know respect is earned, things of that nature. I know Gary Russell, like I said, he want to fight Tank because he feel like if he beat Tank, it's going to put him on that level. And he feel like Tank can't fuck with him and things of that nature, right? Which I know. Like I said, I got Tank knocking Gary Russell ass out. I got Tank knocking him smooth out, bro. Smooth out. But it's not going to be easy because Gary Russell is a hell of a fighter. A hell of a fighter. You know, it's not going to be easy. Gary can box. You know, when healthy, he got some pop to him. You feel me? But I just think when it comes to Tank, man, if you get into the ring with Tank with 8-ounce gloves on, bro, it's not going to be too good for Gary Russell. Will he have some success in the ring? Yes, he will. Will his power carry up to discourage Gervonta Tank Davis? I don't know. I really don't know. Him coming from 26 going to 35, because Tank ain't coming to 30 or 26 for no Gary Russell. Gary Russell got to come to Gervonta Tank Davis because Tank is a way bigger star than Gary Russell. Way bigger star than Gary Russell. So that means if Gary was to come up to 35, we will have to see if he can, you know, punch like he do at 26. Could he continue to move with the weight on him like he do at 26? It's going to be a lot of answers that need to be answered. A lot of questions that need to be answered for Gary Russell moving up to 35. And if he's going straight to 35 to try to fight Tank, it's not going to end well for him. It's not. You have to get acclimated to that weight. Even though you're a hell of a fighter, you're a hell of a boxer. You can move here, you can move there. Just think about you add, what's that, extra 9 pounds on, bro. You put on the extra 9 pounds. Could it help you or will it harm you is the question. Will it help or will it harm Gary Russell coming up to 35 to see Tank? So that's why I say I don't see it happening, bro, because by that time, you know, if Tank is fit to fight Ryan Garcia, then he probably has some more big names that he want to get out there of. So if Gary come up and make his name at the division is possible, but going straight up and want to fight Gary Russell, Gary's name ain't that big right now for Tank to be looking at him, because you got Shakur up there, you got Devin Haney up there, you got, you know, other fighters at 140 that got bigger names than Gary Russell. It's a lot of bigger fish out there that Tank can fight that's bigger than Gary. And this is no knock to Gary, because if Tank fight Gary, it's still a hell of a fight. And especially if you fight him in the D.C. area, most definitely. Or somewhere in the DMV area, most definitely, it's going to sell and be packed out. But just fighting them, you know, and not fight somebody else that with a bigger name, Tank ain't doing that. He ain't doing that. You feel me? But we'll see if it's possible. But I want them to get into that ring. I want them to spar. I want them to get it off their chest, fam. Get the animosity off their chest. Meek Mills, dap it up with him. Tank, dap it up with him. Y'all ain't got to like each other, but y'all can go y'all separate ways. That way Gary Russell can stop talking shit. And if Tank catch him and hurt his motherfucking ass, he really go be humbled. He really go be humbled. You feel me? So, at the end of the day, y'all, Gervonta Tank Davis, if you listening to Money B, bro, if you listening to me, tell Gary Russell, Gary Antoine Russell, Gary Antonio Russell, that they can see you at a gym like you and Ryan Garcia was going to do in L.A. They can see you at a gym. Y'all can get whatever little animosity they got towards you off their chest, because you really don't be talking shit about them. But whatever little animosity they got towards you, they can get it off their chest. Come see me in this sparring match. And when I whoop Gary Russell ass, right, Gary Russell Jr. ass, y'all stop talking about my name, man, and put some respect on that goddamn GTD. Put some respect on that GTD. That killer, that gorilla from Baltimore. Straight like that. Until then, it's your boy Money. It's the NSBC moving. Everybody safe in these streets. Hit them thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel. You want to donate OG Money on Cash App. TreyHampton52 at gmail.com on PayPal. If not, just tell a friend. Hit that subscribe button. Like, comment, share the videos. And y'all know how your boy get down, man. Big dog status, family.